So I'm going to whiz through some of the self-tests that I give to riders, because I guess you might have got the impression now that it's quite individual, like what actually happens with your riders. And I thought, what am I going to give you guys to actually be able to think about and do at home? So I'm just going to quickly run through I think it's 6 key things that I look at. I do have a handout which is at the back, so it is written down for you. But a key thing that we need as a rider is a squat. Like, what do you actually do? Because in different ranges of motion, so whether it is, for a dress, or, anytime we get on a horse, we're in a squat position. Yeah. So what happens in that position? Whether it can be quite subtle or it can be big movements that go wrong. Or do we need to get right down into a jumping position, and do we go to one side in that? So this is a relatively straight squat. I can see a few kind of funny things, and if I could feel it, yes, it's not perfect. But if you see that, you know you're going to have to do something that's different. If you can do the first one and it's okay, and then you add a balance challenge, which is what we do when we ride, then again, you might need to be able to do something to change how you are. The other thing I look at, and this kind of flies under the radar for a lot of people, is this rib shifts, this thoracic rotation problem. So if you were just sitting and looking at what happens when you bend side to side, now neither of these are perfect because both of them lift up their hip. Now we've only got about 30 degrees of thoracic rotation anyway, but we just want to see that you can move side to side with no pain, no neck pain, and then it's relatively even both sides. If you get stuck about there, again, you're probably having some pain or some discomfort in real life, so you really need to do something about that. This is a test I do for the ability of your nerves to glide. It's called a slump test. If you have sciatic problems, don't do it, because it does put a lot of strain. Well, it puts a significant strain on your nervous system, and you might have some symptoms. But it's basically looking at, if we put you into, I tell people, sit like a teenager, we put you into the teenager position and get you to straighten a leg. Do you have any symptoms early in range? Do you get any symptoms in your upper back? And if you lift your head, do they all go away? Because some of it can be hamstring length. And if you only get that amount of range of motion of your knee, we probably need to do something to increase the ability of those nerves to glide. We look at hamstring length. Now this is a good position to look at it because you can cheat otherwise. If you were able to straighten your leg that much, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's not too bad. If you were stuck about there, or if you had any pins and needles or nasty stuff, then I would be, again, saying you need to do something. Calf length. If you could be 10 centimetres from the wall and get your knee to the wall, even in your boots. Remember, if you've got your competition boots that you only wear at competitions but you can't move your ankle, that's not going to help your performance when it really counts. So just pay attention. You might want to go measure that and pay attention to that. And if we're looking at sort of your ability to control your body, it's called an active straight leg raise. Literally lie on the ground, lift one leg a little way, lift the other leg a little way. They should feel even and light and easy. If they don't, there's something that's putting your balance or your control system off. So you can practice that a little at home. If you get something like this last one, where whole body is skewed and tilted, that's going to show up as that's going to look like you can't breathe, wobble around in the saddle, have issues with control. So they're the quick ways you can test it. Now, I was going to make you a video, but would you like a video, and I can post it on YouTube, to actually demonstrate this? Yes. Okay. So you're not going to know if I've done it unless you have a look at Twitter. So you can follow me on Twitter, or you can like me on Facebook. I'm Gen Y, we like these things, right? And yes, I will make that for you. I'll call in one of my celeb riders and we'll see what we can do. But if you're perfect, what are you going to do then? So we're going to look at performance level training. So whizzing through, riding specific stuff. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more on Sunday. So if you're here on Sunday, I've called in a friend. I've got Amanda Ross to come and demonstrate. She's a good little equestrian athlete herself, and she'll help us out there. One question though, how do you know you're doing well in maintaining your body? If you're doing well, what you have to do less of the getting over the bad stuff, and you can do more of the getting to great. What you'll notice there is there's never a time when you're not doing anything. Yeah, so you always need to be considering that your horse deserves you to be looking after your own body. So if you want to head on to my little website, I do actually kind of, a bit of a summary of what we talked about today is a little ebook you can download if you'd like. I don't do my email newsletters very often, but if you would like to sign up for that, you can do. And There's a blog there where I natter around about my nerdy stuff, usually brains and pain, and there's, you know, under this persona is a horrible academic. I do apologise. I'm not going to do questions now, but anyone that has questions, I'll be around and here all for the whole weekend, and come and say hi. And if there's anything specifically for you that you're interested in, just, you know, let's have a chat. If I can leave you with one key to success, that would be fix the rider first. Before you go blaming your horse, find out what your stuff is and do something about it. As I said, come and see me on Sunday if you're around. And that was Riding with Your Physio. So thank you very much for being here and enjoy the rest of your weekend.